Good evening, everyone, and happy holidays. Welcome to the final Met report of the fall semester. It is Friday, December 19, and I'm Diana Corral.
And I'm Ronan McNeal. Thank you guys for joining us today. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started.
What better way to end this semester than having our MSU Denver volleyball team finish their season with a 23-game winning streak and getting their first national title. This past weekend, the MSU Denver volleyball team traveled to South Dakota and became the program's first ever NCAA Division II national champions with a victory of 3-1 against Concordia St. Paul, Minnesota. 4 players from Road Runners were awarded for these performances in their tournaments, including Alisa Boyd, Brooke German, Karina Wary, and Megan Hagen, who also earned the tournament MVP after taking the spot of Annika Health due to an injury during the tournament. This title has been marked as the first national championship of the MSU Denver volleyball team and the first NCAA title for MSU Denver in athletics since 2006.
And you may have noticed all the holiday cheer and commotion behind us at the Tivoli Quad. The Christkindle Market relocated to our campus after recent construction took effect at Civic Center Park, the previous location for the beloved Denver event. Our reporter Levette Sanchez and Daniel Carbonell went into the market to interview some merry folks and had a holly jolly time going at the German Christmas-styled market. Let's take a look.
I'm Levette Sanchez, and we're here at the Christkindle Market to see what people have to say about its new location and the German-style market as a whole. Let's go check it out.
All the unique crafts and stuff that you see, it's not like when you go to Target and you see all the Christmas decorations and stuff like that. Like, this is a lot more niche. There's a lot more like handmade stuff. Even if you're like done with your Christmas shopping, it's just fun to come and look at everything, I think.
Yeah, I like the warm food and like mulled wine and yeah, the atmosphere.
My favorite part is the tree. At night with all the different colors spiraling going up and down.
It's a good time. It's hard to compare when you've been to a Christmas market in Germany. It kind of doesn't live up to the real thing.
They should keep this. It's much better than Larimer, and it's much better than City Park, or what is it called? Civic Center. It's much more roomy, so it's a good thing to put it over here if the school can handle it.
Love it.
We like it, yeah.
I feel like there's a lot more space to move around, so.
I find it to be very flat, which is good. I think it's a little smaller than being in front of the building with all lit up, so.
Actually haven't gone to it other than this year, so I think it's a pretty good location though.
I think it's nice.
This is a good location. And like the kids can play out there, that's nice. There's more parking down here than Civic Center, so.
It was okay. We got street parking. We had to go around once, but then we found parking on the street, which I'm not upset about.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
I thought it was pretty good. We didn't have a problem.
In Denver. It's better than in like the middle of Denver. That was a lot worse last year, so.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Plenty of parking.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's school parking, so it's easy peasy.
Yeah.
It was fine for us. We parked like a block or two away, like on a meter, so.
Oh, perfect. So you didn't have to pay.
We didn't go to the garage, no.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
We had a chance to catch up with Mayor of Denver, Mike Johnston, at the Christmas tree lighting event. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, it's a great tradition where folks come downtown, they celebrate the holidays. We have a lot of local artists and artisans who sell stuff, so you'll find unique stuff here you'd never find anyplace else. And it's a great chance to come to downtown, celebrate, shop local, and we're delighted to have it on the Metro State campus this year. It's going to be a great activation, we think, for the whole holiday season. For me, we have a tradition in our family where Christmas Eve we have old wind-up toys, and everyone randomly draws them, and we race them across the living room floor, and whoever wins gets a prize every year. So that's an old family tradition passed down from my parents, which we love and my kids love.
And who usually wins that?
Usually it's somehow the youngest kid always seems to have the fastest car. So now they've learned how to shake the box and figure out what's inside. So there's some cheating, I think, happening, but I never win, it turns out.
Oh, well, maybe this year you might.
Hope springs eternal.
Thank you for that, Mr. Mayor. Off to you in the studio.
Watch out, Denver, because class of fall 2025 has graduated. On Friday, December 12th, the soon-to-be graduates fill the Colorado Convention Center. Nearly 1,200 students line up to receive their master's and bachelor's degree. We asked a graduate about her experience at MSU Denver from when she first stepped foot into campus for the moment she got handed her diploma.
As soon as I started school at MSU, I knew it was exactly where I needed to be, especially as an undocumented first-generation Latina who was just trying to figure out her way through higher ed. MSU Denver, every interaction I've ever had with anyone at MSU Denver, they've always wanted me to succeed, and I could see that. Whether I can go to, like, if I go to one person for the wrong thing, I know that they will always guide me to where I need to be. So my experience at MSU Denver, I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Congratulations to the graduates. Speaking of graduates, the general manager of Met TV also graduated Friday. Diana, how do you feel not being at our university anymore?
Well, I kind of don't feel it yet because I'm still here, Met TV, which I'm pretty proud and glad to be here still. But I'm happy to be finished and, yeah, very excited.
Well, hopefully it won't be too much of a delayed effect.
Thank you.
I came in at the open house, and then it led me to shadowing one of their first Noticiero broadcast, and the first face I saw was Diana, and what I saw was really confident, and she was just really passionate about like whatever news or whatever package she was trying to tell.
I remember that I was the floor manager of the show. She was camera with Kevin, another reporter here in me. I was speaking with Kevin in Spanish, and she said, "Oh, do you speak Spanish? That's cute." And I was like, "Yeah, I speak Spanish, but we keep speaking in English,
I met Deanna back when I was a volunteer. I think I complimented her nails or her shoes or something, and then we just talked about her outfit for the next 10 minutes. She's very fashionable.
Deanna's fun, and I like that she's older than everybody. That way I have somebody to joke with. She's literally the only one that gets most of the things I'm saying when I'm joking. If it wasn't for Diana, I feel like I would be way older than everybody else. She's like the gap in between, or the bridge in between.
From the moment she stepped in, you could tell that she knew exactly what she wanted and she knew exactly who she wanted to be, and she went all in, she went for it. And I have so much respect and admiration for how she came in here and just, kept her head up.
She's a good person. She has a great heart. When she tries to make a friend, she always comes to you, talks to you, never tries to make a conversation with you. So she's a good person.
Any things that remind us of friends, we just get it, and we definitely make friend connections all the time. To the show, obviously. But yeah, I thought that was cool. No one's ever been able to keep up with that or know the show as much as me. So it's pretty cool.
Be a big girl. Pay your bills.
Trust your gut, because you got a good gut. Always be open for more people on your team, because you draw a lot of people onto the team and help keep a team together.
Keep doing what you love, and I guess know your worth with what you're doing too. Don't just settle to do stuff to do stuff. Do stuff that you want to do and stuff that you enjoy that's gonna be meaningful and purposeful to you.
You know what? Yeah, never stop learning, never stop growing, never stop being curious, because that is what carries a storyteller forward is a continuous and growing curiosity.
Just knowing who you are and being true to yourself, and knowing when someone is not fit for you is going to be a really positive thing for you going through in the future, whether it's outside your career or just in your personal life in general.
Don't be a stranger. Feel free to stop by, and we're always here for open arms, and whatever you need, just let us know.
She differs her a lot of good things that she's looking, or she's found what she's looking for. She's really deserve it, because she's a really good person, a really good friend, and a really good leader, as I say.
Just keep going to concerts and smoke and live life and be happy with who you are.
Keep it up, girl. You've been crushing it. You are so, like I said, driven and passionate about what you do, and you know exactly what you want out of this. So like, continue to keep your head up and don't let anybody change that about you.
She doesn't need to change anything from her. I will say that she can stay like she is, staying positive and just don't give up and be happy.
And I think a priority is just to like be happy and make sure you're doing something that makes you happy, whether it's like your actual job or like your hobbies or whatever you do. I think a lot of people lose sight of that goal in life and think that money is like the answer or whatever, but really just like self-satisfaction is. So just make sure you always work towards that.
I wish you so much greatness in your life. I think you're gonna do amazing stuff. You're a very hard worker, you are very intelligent, and you are very thoughtful. So I don't think you'll have any issues going through life with anything.
Best of luck to you, Deanna. You've done this place well. I know I made the right decision.
Great work, Ytzel. By the way, I really enjoyed the package you made me, and the time here at MSU with all of you here at MedTV has been great. But don't get worried, we're still just getting started coming up after the break.
The clerk will report the motion to
Clear the noise and listen to Polly Pop Talk on Met Radio, YouTube, and follow us on Instagram.
The United States has intensified pressure on Venezuela after ordering a blockade of sanctioned oil tankers transporting crude illegally. The U.S. government assures that this move is designed to cut off oil revenue to the government of Nicolás Maduro and has heightened tensions in the South American nation. As part of the blockade, U.S. forces intercepted that took control of at least one oil tanker carrying Venezuelan crude, accused of violating international sanctions. U.S. officially says these operations will continue against any sanctioned vessel entering or leaving Venezuela. On the other hand, Venezuela has called the action as an international piracy and responding by deploying naval vessels to escort its oil tankers. Meanwhile, analysts warn the blockade will disrupt crude exports and impact global energy markets. Tensions between the United States and Venezuela have sharply escalated, with neither side showing signs of backing down. The growing confrontation in the Caribbean could have consequences for regional stability and global oil markets.
Last Sunday, on December 14th, a Hanukkah celebration occurred on Australia's famous Bondi Beach, where two gunmen opened fire, killing 15 people and injuring over 40 others. An attack on Jewish Australians is an attack on every Australian, said Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. The shooting was perpetrated by a father and son. The elder, aged 50, was shot and killed by police, and the son, aged 24, was apprehended and is being charged with 15 counts of murder. Local fruit shop owner Ahmed Al-Ahmed risked his life when he wrestled a gun from one of the shooters. Later, he was shot by one of the gunmen and is currently recovering in the hospital. Albanese took to X, posting a photo and praised Ahmed's actions, saying, "Ahmed, you are an Australian hero."
A day before the tragic shooting in Australia, we had our own tragedy in a fellow university experience, yet another school shooting. Brown University was shaken by a shooting on December 13, when a gunman opened fire at the Engineering and Physics building on the Providence, Rhode Island campus, killing 2 students and injuring 9 others. After the manhunt for the shooter that lasted 7 days, the suspect was found dead last night, Thursday evening. According to CNN, the Providence Police Chief Oscar L. Pearse Jr. shared in a news conference that the new deceased suspect was a 48-year-old student of the university, identified as Claudio Valente, who investigators believe he's also responsible for the murdering MIT professor Nuno F.G. Laredo.
And now let's blow over to Annika with weather.
Thanks, guys. We've had quite the windy week this week, especially this past Wednesday. The highest recorded gusts were 124 miles per hour up near Copper Mountain and Berthold Pass between 9 and 10 p.m. Wednesday night. Winds like that can be found in Category 3 hurricanes. Many power outages took place on Wednesday, some of which were precautionary shutoffs by Ytzel, while others were caused by the strong winds. Many people are still without power. The dry and windy conditions also led to several fires sparking in Yuma County. Thankfully, these fires have been contained by the local firefighters. We saw a bit of a break on Thursday with more warm temperatures and some lighter winds. Today, though, the severe weather conditions will be back. Today's high in Denver could reach up to 70 degrees by the afternoon, and lows reaching to the mid-40s overnight. The relative humidity is going to be quite low today, getting to be about 8% this afternoon. Wind speeds in Denver really start to pick up, honestly, right now, with the potential of reaching 25 miles per hour with some gusts reaching up to 40 miles per hour. Over in Boulder, the winds definitely have arrived, with gusts already reaching 105 miles per hour. It would be a really good idea to bring in or tie down those loose objects that you may have outside. The major concern today, much like Wednesday, will be the risk of fire weather. Due to how exceedingly dry it's been for the last 60 days, and it being one of the warmer starts to December on record, critical fire conditions are likely to develop in the foothills. For the lower foothills of Larimer, Boulder, and Jefferson counties, and for Colorado 93 corridor, a first-of-its-kind PDS red flag warning has been issued by the National Weather Service. PDS stands for Particularly Dangerous Situation. The reason for this higher level of warning being issued is because there will be an extended period of time later today where the winds will exceed 70 miles per hour and humidity will be very low in those areas. Xcel Energy will be conducting more power safety shutoffs today along areas across the Front Range. For our holiday travelers today, expect delays at DIA once those winds really set in later. Speaking of the holidays, let's get into the forecasts for next week. For this weekend, the temperatures for both Saturday and Sunday look similar, with highs in the 50s across the plains, with cooler temperatures getting into the mountains. Going to next week, sorry to say snow lovers, but snow does not really seem to be on the docket. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week look exceptionally warm, with those highs across the plains and the I-25 corridor being up in the mid-60s, with it being quite dry. Looks like Christmas this year will be warm and dry. Hopefully that means holiday travel will be easier than next week. Happy holidays, everyone. Back to you, Ronan and Deanna.
Thanks, Annika, for the report over the weather. Diana, don't let all that kind of blow you over.
I know, Ronan. How are you spending the night now that we're outside and this wind?
Trying to be cool as much as I can.
For sure. I mean, it's not that hard with all this wind blowing, so.
Though it is kicking dust in my eyes.
For sure. Good thing I have glasses on, so sorry about that.
It's okay. I'm doing my best.
Well, coming up after the break.
Right-wing county clerk Tina Peters is struggling to get out of state prison, even with the efforts of President Trump. We'll hear more about that from Abby Hundley.
The murder of the beloved director and actor sends Hollywood and the world entertainment into shock. We'll get the latest of the story with Camila Lomakina.
And in sports, we hit the court to get to the latest out of men's and women's basketball.
All of this and more after the break.
everyone. Abby with the latest news in politics. Let's see what's been going on from here to Washington, D.C. Donald Trump announced his pardon of Tina Peters on Truth Social. A former Mesa County clerk convicted of serial felony charges, including first-degree official misconduct, Peters is currently serving her 9-year sentence in state prison. Since the charges were brought against her by the state of Colorado, Trump's pardon is purely symbolic. Presidents cannot pardon someone on state charges. As a result of Governor Polis's refusal to honor his symbolic pardon, Trump made the following claims.
A poorly run state of Colorado with a governor who's incompetent, and frankly with a governor that won't allow our wonderful Tina to come out of a jail, in a high-intensity jail, because she caught people cheating on an election and they said she was cheating. She wasn't cheating. She went over, she looked at one of the election scams going on, and because she did that, they put her in jail for 9 years.
The president attempted to have Peters moved into federal custody, but that request was also denied. Peters is and will remain in Colorado state custody. Secretary of State running for Attorney General in 2026, Jenna Griswold, shares her thoughts.
Tina Peters is not a patriot. She's a criminal. She was found guilty and sentenced to 9 years of incarceration by a jury of her peers in a very conservative part of Colorado under state law in a state criminal proceeding. So that is absolutely wrong. And just a reminder to your viewers, Tina Peters is one of the last people actually facing the consequences of attacking our elections.
In May of 2024, 111 cameras were installed across the city aimed to combat crimes like auto theft. Public concerns surrounding privacy and the possible threat of federal immigration obtaining the data grew after DPS admitted to being unaware of Denver's data being available nationally. That feature since has been suspended. After City Council voted not to extend the flocking contract, Mayor Mike Johnson signed a contract extending to the end of March 2026. The contract he signs was just 0.3% below the dollar amount that would require council approval. If flocking experiences a data breach, they will pay the city of Denver only $100,000 in damages.
Network was, we signed an agreement to get these cameras and to create a searchable database for ourselves. It said nothing about a national network. It said nothing about a state network. And DPD did not know, the mayor's office did not know, certainly council did not know, certainly you all did not know that we were on that national network until city council started asking questions after we had been on it for a year. Flock put us on it without any permission and without telling us. And we've decided that this company is so trustworthy that we can do a little handshake deal with them. I am not okay with it.
The Trump administration announced that they will begin dismantling the National Center for Atmospheric Research's lab in Boulder immediately. The National Center of Atmospheric Research in Boulder has been a centerpiece in climate research and monitoring major weather events. Russ Vaught, director of the White House Office of Management and Budget, told USA Today this facility is one of the largest sources of climate alarmism in the country. Vital activities such as weather research will be relocated. The closing of the Boulder lab comes during other cuts being made to the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. Well, this was all we have this week for politics. We'll see you next week with more news. But don't tune out just yet because we have Camila with entertainment.
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's eMet segment. I'm Camila, here to give you the latest updates in the world of entertainment. The holidays are filled with sights and sounds, and when you think of the two, you think wholesome holiday movies and joyful Christmas music. That is this point earworms. But which of these remains supreme? Our holiday enthusiasts Connor Ondrak and Luke Maestas have the 5 best movies and music just for you. Take it away, boys.
What is up,
Met TV fam, it is your main man, Luke Maestas.
And Connor Ondrak.
And this is Met Media's Top 5 Christmas Movies and Music.
Hit the music.
Thanks, Connor. At number 5, we have Sir Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time.
Banger.
Is there anything that Paul McCartney can't do?
Nothing.
He writes fire Christmas music too. At number 4, we have Skating. Now this is a staple to the ultimate cinematic masterpiece, A Charlie Brown Christmas. At number 3, we have Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
That's a good one.
It's at the Billboard charts at number 1 for a good reason. You know what I mean? Plus, at number 2, we have Andy Williams' Happy Holiday. This is the ultimate superior Christmas shopping music. You hear it at every single mall, every time you're shopping, for good reason too. At number 1, we have a instrumental masterpiece from Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Wizards of Winter.
It's good.
You might have heard it several times at a light show, but if you don't know it at the top of your tongue, it's sure worth a listen. Now, let's head to Connor with the movies.
Starting off with movies. Number 1, It's a Wonderful Life. This classic, cozy Christmas movie has the best heartfelt message, and of course, the brilliant Jimmy Stewart. Number 2, Home Alone. The brilliant John Williams musical score and Kevin's shenanigans make this film worth watching. Number 3, Miracle on 34th Street.
That's in New York.
Another New York film. It's cozy, makes you believe in magic and whimsy again, and they take Santa to court, which is always fun. Number 4, we got Krampus. Sometimes Christmas can be scary and stressful, so why not watch this horror film about a demon Santa from hell who beats you if you're bad? Be good. And last but not least, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas.
I love Mickey Mouse.
It's the best too. We take the classic Disney characters, put them in a cozy Christmas setting. What more could you want?
That is a fire list, Connor.
Thank you.
Now we head back to Camila with more entertainment news.
Shebang!
Last Saturday, December 6th, downtown Denver enjoyed the 51st annual 9 News Parade of Lights celebration. The magic began at 6 p.m. on West 14th Avenue and Bannock Street, hosting plenty of fun lights, decorations, and of the man himself, Santa Claus, as well as local performances and cultural groups. Make sure to catch this Colorado tradition next year as they get ready to celebrate their 52nd year. Big night in the gaming world. The Game Awards 2025 just wrapped up in Los Angeles, and the not-so-surprised winner was Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. This indie fantasy RPG came out of nowhere and beat huge titles like Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong, Bonanza, Hiatus 2, and Hollow Knight Silk Song. What's wild is that it didn't just win Game of the Year, it grabbed 9 awards total, including Best Story, Best Art, and Best Music. That's a record for the Game Awards. The event had celebrity guests, live music, and tons of the new game trailers. But the big takeaway, a small studio proved it can stand toe-to-toe with the giants and put pressure on big-budget games. On Sunday, December 14th, the actor and director Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle Shinger Reiner were found dead at their home in Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles, California. Multiple sources have released additional information since the incident, according to CNN. The daughter of the beloved director, Romy Reiner, tragically found her parents deceased. Nick Reiner, son of the deceased couple, was arrested that same Sunday night as a suspect for their parents' death. On Tuesday, December 16th, Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hochman publicized that Nick Reiner was charged with 2 accounts of first-degree murder, carrying a multiple sentence of life in prison without possibility of parole or the death penalty. Hochman says that prosecutors have not made a decision yet. Well, that's all we have for you this week on the entertainment segment. Stay tuned because after the break, we have Michael with sports.
Hello everyone, I'm Michael Winter here to bring you all the important updates in sports. Lights out and away we go. MSU Denver's volleyball season has come to a victorious end with a national title for our beloved Birds, making their mark with a historic season. But there's plenty of fun going on with the Roadrunners basketball teams this season. Our reporter Luke Maestas went to the last night's matchup against Fort Hays State University.
Well, Christmas break might be in full effect for everyone here at the Aurora campus, but that does not mean that the men's and women's basketball team are taking a break from their season.
As the basketball season moves right along, the Birds have seen their fair share of roller coasters in games, with win probabilities going up and down, with both the men's and women's teams impacted by the injury bug. For the MSU Denver women's basketball team, the Birds kept things competitive against the number 3 ranked Lubbock Christian University. The Birds started things off with a confident 26-17 lead at the end of the first quarter, but it wasn't enough, as the Lady Chaps caught on to the Roadrunners' lead at the half, 49-40. Lubbock Christian responded in the second half with a strong defensive performance and perfectly timed shooting, resulting in their 80-73 victory. Though the Birds should keep their heads held high, as senior guard Michaela Espinosa put up 18 points and junior forward Jaden Watts with 16, keeping the Birds within striking distance.
We were locked in, I thought, from the start. We followed our game plan perfectly. You know, I really liked our energy and our intensity from the start. It always helps when you're making shots too, and we were knocking down a lot of shots that helped. But I felt like we were ready for this game. Even being shorthanded, we had a lot of injuries this week, and you know, to come out with that energy and that intensity, it's such a good team and it's such a good program. I really was proud of how we played tonight.
Now we move on to the men's game, where the boys' late surge in the fourth quarter wasn't enough to seal the deal. Thanks to the contributions of the Roadrunner strong and young bench stepping up and the 21-point game from junior guard Logan Threat, the boys' basketball team was also in striking distance, losing to Fort Hays 68-64. With key pieces set to return after the holiday break, both the men's and women's basketball teams are confident that they'll be a threat in the RMAC conference as they both head into RMAC play.
I thought Jackson McAdams did a good job. He just competes and plays hard and just wants to help the team win. So our bench has to become one of our greatest strengths if we're going to make a run in the second half of the year.
For the Met Report, I'm Luke Maestas reporting from the Auraria Events Center.
And the biggest event in the world is about to happen. The 2026 FIFA World Cup draw is mostly set, but 6 spots are still available. The likely playoff winners are Italy, Chile, Ukraine, and Burkina Faso, with 2 more still undecided. This means Mexico's Group A could get even tougher if Italy joins South Africa and the Republic of Korea, not making a very accessible group for Mexico. Canada's Group B could see Chile added to Qatar and Switzerland, which is a very strong mix. All while USA's Group D could welcome Ukraine, making it a real test alongside Paraguay and Australia. And when it comes to the Group of Death, well, Group C is the one to watch, with Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland, a group packed with flair, strength, and unpredictability. With the final playoff matches coming in March, fans are already expecting big rivalries and a wild group stage drama. FIFA 2026 partnered with Netflix for fans to stream the upcoming games, also offering tickets starting at just $60 after public backlash over prices. Well, Broncos country, let's ride into the playoffs. Our Denver Broncos have steamrolled their way to being the favorites in the AFC West and are looking to clinch the #1 seed in the AFC playoff bracket. The Broncos have also seen a kickstart with their offense lately, with quarterback Bo Nix throwing for 302 yards in a must-win game against the Packers, and Cortland Sutton rushing for 113. During Sutton's stellar performance against the Cheeseheads, he surpassed Ed McCaffrey for the 5th most receiving yards in Broncos history. We'll see if the Broncos can extend their 11-game winning streak at the next matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars here at home Sunday at 2. And after 24 exciting races spanning 5 continents, the Formula One World Championship came to a dramatic close on Sunday, December 7th after a nail-biter at the Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. McLaren's Lando Norris clinched his first ever World Drivers' Championship with a solid 3rd-place finish, edging out Red Bull's 4-time champion Max Verstappen by just 2 points. Norris's victory capped off a dominant year for McLaren, who also secured the season's Constructors' Championship back in Singapore, marking a major shift in the competitive order. Looking ahead to 2026, Formula One returns to action with the Australian Grand Prix at Melbourne's Albert Park from March 5th through March 8th. This new season is going to feature a major technical overhaul, including redesigned cars with active aerodynamics and sustainable fuels, marking the start of a new era in Formula One. And if you want to know more on all things Formula One, make sure to check out the Winter Apex podcast on Met Radio, hosted by yours truly. And that's the checkered flag on our sports segment today. Go check out our YouTube channel for all of our sports updates. Deanna and Ronan, back to you guys. Happy holidays.
Thanks, Michael, for all that speedy information. Speaking of information, well, not really. Diana, what are your plans for winter break?
Well, right now, just visiting my family up there in Mexico. But yeah, not much. I hope to get some rest. How about you?
For me, I'm just going to be in bed, probably watching random movies that I find interesting and enjoying my relaxing life before coming to the next semester.
Coming back for sure. That sounds great. Well, that wraps up our show and the semester.
Be sure to check out more of our content at mymetmedia.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with our weekly broadcast.
From all of us at the Met Report, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Diana Corral.
And I'm Ronan McNeal. Until next time, have a great break and we'll see you in the new year.